Yeah, the flight was fine. Yeah, and I haven't seen James in a while. He's really leaned into this whole California thing. He's even a Tesla Model X outside. All right, I'll talk to you later. Not bad. James? Hey. Oh my God, he's gone full Malibu.
You're watching Throttle House. I'm Thomas.
And I'm James.
And this is the Tesla Model X Plaid.
Plaid. Which means they've given this Model X the same tri-motor 1020 horsepower treatment as the Model S Plaid, allowing this 6-seater SUV a quarter-mile time of 9.9 seconds and a 0 to 60 time of 2.5. As spec'd, it has a range of 311 miles and it costs around $130,000 US. But as eye-watering as that price may seem, with those power numbers and the changes they've made both inside and out, this might actually be the least expensive way to get the ultimate SUV. Let's find out. And a huge thank you to Jerry Rogoff, for not only did he lend us his Wrangler to make fun of in our FJ review, he also lent us his brand new Model X Plaid for this one. What a guy.
If you're new to Throttle House, we do car reviews, track tests, and quite a lot of messing around. So subscribe and hit the bell.
Okay, let's just remind ourselves what that word plaid means. Mind-bendingly, ridiculously quick, to the point where no car can touch this. We've driven Aventador SVJs. We've driven Lamborghini Huracan STOs. I've just drove a McLaren 720S last week. This, excuse my French, poops on all of them. Obviously, this doesn't do a lot of the things those cars do, but what it does do is fit 6 people in the car comfortably. 6 people that you can make sick anytime you want. And I never thought I'd be putting my foot down in a 5,400 pound SUV and it be the second quickest car I've ever driven after the Model S Plaid. I never thought that. But even though it's heavy, they've made it aerodynamic. It cuts through the air. And as we've learned with electric vehicles, cutting through the air is good. Now, the Tesla Model S was the reigning champion with a drag coefficient of 0.21, but that got knocked off its perch by the EQS and the Lucid Air. But as it stands, this has a drag coefficient of 0.24, which makes this the SUV with the lowest drag coefficient ever. Nothing? Okay.
All right, so we've established that any Plaid is good at going forward. Really, really ridiculously good at going forward. But stopping is not the strong suit of these cars, as many of you saw me discover in the Model S Plaid video. And I have to say that since then, there's been many crashes of Tesla Model S Plaid, like I said there would be, but it's important to know that the reason that the brakes are not good enough on a Plaid, and the same thing is likely true with this, is that it's not that it doesn't have enough initial stopping power. It actually has as much stopping power as any big SUV on the road, more or less. It's that it can get to speed so quickly and so easily and so frequently that you have to recalibrate your brain as to how much brakes you need and how early you need them to be able to stop before hitting something, like Jason and Randy proved in that Icons episode on Haggerty. However, I will say that thermal capacity is a thing, and it's important to know that if you continually do a lot of stops in one of these 5.5, 6,000 pound vehicles, you're going to cook the fluid in the brakes. You're going to destroy the brake pads and glaze the rotors. These are not made for track work under any circumstances. They're actually not even really made for doing over and over 0 to 60 runs in braking. So if you have one of these, please be aware of that. PSA, there you go. Now it sounds like I'm picking on Tesla, because I am, but the truth is it's happening to a lot of EVs. They're just upgrading the speed for the sport model without really changing anything. It's got to be tempting to just flip the switch so the batteries do more and make the car go faster, then you get to sell more and put an S badge on it or whatever. You gotta do other stuff too, guys. You gotta make the brakes bigger. You gotta make the suspension stiffer. You gotta give it better tires. There's more to it. That said though, this is a Model X. This is a car for commuting in Malibu and driving to Whole Foods and charging at your house and saying, ooh, I have a Tesla, blah, blah, blah. But it's handling this canyon road very well, if I'm being honest. The yoke is dumb, but I can kind of feel where the front tires are. And if I'm being honest, I think this drives better than the Model 3. Very, very flat in the corners, and it's managing its mass, of which there is a considerable amount, very, very well. The power is linear and prodigious. It's like half throttle and it hurts. And I don't know, it feels quite, it's a sharp vehicle. We were driving a Bentayga S around this exact road earlier this morning, and this feels more confident than that, honestly. Probably a low center of gravity, right? All right, I did a, oh no, okay, you click it.
Yeah.
You click it and then.
There we go.
Okay.
Quick, eh?
Yeah, well, yeah. Now I want to talk about the way this looks, because I keep thinking this is a Model Y, and I don't know why.
Right.
That sounded weird when I said it out loud. This is a good-looking SUV.
Do you think so?
I think it actually is a very good-looking SUV.
Well, they've barely changed it, and I think the idea behind that is that Elon doesn't want the original owners to feel like they want it to be future-proof.
Yes.
So someone who bought one from 6 years ago
Yes.
doesn't see this with envy. Although they have changed some stuff,
Yeah.
which I think is for the better. We've lost the staple remover to metal stripes here. And this is
right.
This has
Okay.
got cleaner.
Yeah.
And our audience may have noticed this is not a factory color. This has already been wrapped.
Yep.
It was black. It's now chalky grey.
I think it really works, actually, this color on this.
Yeah.
Because then you can see the black accents, right? You see the handles and everything, right?
Yeah, they've cleaned up the back a bit. They haven't changed much to the exterior, but they've just cleaned it up.
Open your door. I'm gonna open my door. Because this thing looks the coolest when it's in like hawk mode.
Oh, that door.
Get up.
I thought this door's pretty cool.
It is just a door.
Falcon mode.
Sorry, Falcon mode. That's right.
And this has the 22-inch wheels, so it's a bit more money and it loses a bit of range
Yeah.
compared to the 20s.
You know, I think it's cool looking. And this is weird, but I swear that this is a little bit smaller than the last Model X that I stood beside.
Yeah, but everyone thinks that as they get older, because you've got bigger.
Are you?
No, you just
Is
got
this
taller. You've just grown up. I remember when I stood next to my grandma's dining table for the first time, I was like, whoa! Now it's still there, so it's a really questionable purchase.
Anyway, no, I think it's a really good looking SUV, and obviously those doors are amazing.
I think it's still, I do like the doors,
Yeah.
but I still think the look of it's a bit appliancy. It still just looks like, you just said it looks like a Tesla Model Y. I think it's lacking a bit of identity.
Okay.
We went to a Tesla meet
Yeah.
once.
We did.
How was that?
Well, we didn't arrive in a Tesla. We arrived in a Kona Electric.
Yeah.
And all of the Tesla guys were so excited that a different car,
something different.
something else was there. Because there was like, all the X's were together, all the Y's were together, all the 3s were together. We're like, wow, it looks like a dealership. And they came running over to see the Kona.
Well, there's a Facebook group that when your car meet looks like traffic.
Yeah.
Yeah, the Audi A4 gets posted there a lot, but so do the Teslas.
Yeah. Let's look at the inside.
Yeah. And
you can, yep,
You know, I've got on with these automatic doors
Have you now?
a lot more than we did in the Rolls-Royce automatic doors.
Those are loud though.
But are Falcons quiet?
Yeah, they're like whisper quiet so they can sneak up on the prey.
That changes now. I didn't know. I'm sure they make noises.
That's the whole point of them. They're like stealth hunters. Anyway.
This is an entirely new feeling interior.
Oh my God, James, you broke the steering wheel.
Yeah. You know what?
Okay, stop making jokes about it.
Yeah, I say a lot about this wheel, but
Yeah.
even sitting here now, it has such a video game feeling
Yeah.
that it's fun. Like, you can't help but kind of grin.
Oh, it's fun. I think it's fun. It looks really cool, blah, 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 blah. But at some point, practicality must trump coolness.
Maybe. But like just maneuvering this in like a car park it's terrible. You're just missing it the whole time.
Yeah, it definitely takes
But-
on. And I said in the last video that the Model S, that I got used to it because I was, I hold 9 and 3 and then I'd go hand over hand and it was okay. But again, and I think I said it in that video, I'm going to say it again, that is fine if you're just driving normally. But if you're crashing and you need to correct, you can't, because that's when it gets really messy.
Oh, I was hitting the horn as well. I was just like, ugh.
So you scared the crap out of us.
Yeah, I've been scaring myself with this car a lot. The doors, even though I like them, they open very violently.
They are quite aggressive, actually, yeah.
Yeah. So,
Yeah.
we got this brilliant roof,
Yep,
a brilliant windscreen.
yep.
And unlike the Lucid we were just in this very spot not too long ago, these are side mounted.
Yes, so they disappear completely, right?
So when they're gone, you have this huge glass, whereas the benefit of the Lucid having this long windscreen was kind of taken away by the fact that you had the thing across.
It just became a very expensive part you'd probably have to replace.
Yeah.
This is a better execution of that. No, I've always thought this was just so neat. I love it.
And then this screen is just like...
It's now going this way.
It is, yeah. And I think, what I was saying before about how the older models are future-proofed on the exterior.
Yeah.
Fine, because that's how you want it to be future-proofed.
Yeah.
But on the inside, this has come a long, long way.
I think so, yeah. I mean, the materials in here are nice. The leathers are good. The white is really cool. And I said that last time the last Model X we drove had white leather.
Yeah, yeah.
But I've seen Model X's that people have lived in, and the white gets really dirty. It's a thing.
Keep it clean.
No, that's fair enough, because it is very cool. I'll give you that.
There are a few things we're missing. Like there was more design to the doors in the previous one. There was this curve with cool ambient lighting, and they've done away with that. We've also lost the normal door handle, but I don't mind because this button's fine. We still have normal window switches.
Yeah. No, it's all there, and like as usual, this screen for the most part here's how these Tesla screens work. It works when it works, but then it will just completely shut down.
But we haven't had that.
We haven't had that experience with this one. No.
Or the Model S.
Wait, no.
So?
We didn't live with either of them for very long, though.
So speculation.
So, fair enough, but yeah, it is all software, to be fair. But everything is controlled in a screen, which it feels dumb.
Yeah, Tesla have fully committed to the screen thing. They haven't even
Yes.
tried to find the balance. So
No.
But I think that's their idea, this minimalist. It feels like you're in an Apple store. We always say that. It feels like you're in an Apple
It
store.
literally feels like you're in an Apple store, which is absolutely the goal.
At the very least, we have a gauge cluster right in front of us, which we don't have in the Model Y or 3 yet still. So,
And that is the way to do it.
Yeah.
It's just better.
as it's the Plaid, we have only the 6-seat setup. That's all you can get on the Plaid. There's a 5 and a 7 as well.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh, interesting. Now, the back seats are really cool, and they absolutely are the coolest looking seats in almost
The way they float.
Yeah, the bar at the bottom, that whole thing. It reminds me of something from the original Alien movie, and I totally dig it.
There's so much that's cool about this.
Yes.
And I can't tell if I'm coming round or if and the price as well. Like, I don't care for the Plaid. I don't. You don't need the speed.
You don't need it, no.
And then I think the base Model X is just a hair over 100 grand.
Yep.
So it's a 40 grand saving.
Yep.
And, we've been driving that Bentayga S.
Yep.
That thing's 260.
Yeah.
Like,
Very good, but it's $260,000.
You never think of a $100,000 car as a big cost saving, but
No.
it kind of is smacking the bums of a lot of those.
We used to try and stay PG here on Throttle.
Yeah. In some ways. In other ways,
Yeah.
the leather, the build quality is just not there. It's just not.
No.
There's that line on the rear quarter.
Doesn't line up.
Doesn't line up.
Right, there's literally a panel popping off right above your head right now. I wasn't going to point it out, but now that we're talking about it, it's there.
We have yet to sit in a perfect Tesla.
Yeah, no, I haven't even come close.
But you save money
Do you?
with the imperfection. Yeah, but there's like the fruit. You know those fruits that aren't you know, they get sold as ugly fruits because no one wants to buy them.
Right.
It's an ugly fruit.
It's an ugly fruit. This is an orange with a brown spot on
But
it.
it still has all the goodness.
Technically, on the inside,
Minus
it's
the buttons,
still juicy.
minus half the steering wheel.
Yeah.
Seats are comfy though.
And the brakes. Anyway, should we do a conclusion?
Yeah.
Okay.
So, like all things, the Model X Plaid is not perfect. But you know what? We were a lot more impressed by it than we thought we might be. It's not just a master of acceleration. On the highway, it's composed. The canyons it will carve, and with a full cabin of comfortable passengers too. It may be BYO steering wheel, but thanks to its added utility over a Model S, and less Nürburgring field pretense, it might just be our favourite Tesla yet. Thanks for watching.
James?
Hey.
Oh my God, he's gone full Malibu. All right, just do the. Yeah. Okay. All right, get the vein out of your forehead first.
Wrong?
All right. Yeah.